committed to you. You're watching Fox Carolina, the 10 o'clock news.
We're going all the way. We're taking it again, back to back. Back to back, baby.
The USC Lady Gamecocks are advancing to the Elite Eight, and coming up in sports, our director Beth Houle is breaking down everything that happened on the court and talking with players about the big win. And a deadly tornado rips through several counties in Mississippi. We're taking a look at a lot of the damage left behind and what people across the country are doing to help the survivors get back on their feet.
We've got another first alert weather day for Sunday with severe storms possible once again. I break down the timing and potential threats.
Well, good evening, and thanks so much for joining us here for the 10 o'clock news. I'm Anna Arender. A heartfelt welcome for the South Carolina women's basketball team. A crowd in downtown Greenville cheering them on, and they got closer to their hopes of winning another national championship. Fox Carolina's Brooklyn Cromer is catching up with the Gamecock fans at Bon Secours Wellness Arena.
Greenville has turned black and garnet. Tons of fans showing up to cheer on the #1 Gamecocks in the Sweet 16.
An elite team playing near home territory, drawing basketball fanatics to downtown Greenville.
It feels like a home game. It's really cool being around all the Carolina fans.
Fans outside AC Hotel cheering on the South Carolina Gamecocks. A sweet welcome heading into the Sweet 16.
Feels like I'm at home. It's great to see women's sports on the map.
Praising the players and their leader.
It's a true testimony of their coach, Dawn Staley. She's been not just good for the game of basketball, but just for the culture itself here in South Carolina. And I think she's the GOAT. Some of the greatest players are coming in, she's truly the queen of the hill now.
Inside the Bon Secours Wellness Arena, the energy is electric.
It's always infectious, so, as you can see, everybody showed up today.
The undefeated women's basketball team defeating UCLA in front of a notably South Carolina crowd. And fans already predicting the next game.
I think we're going to dominate again.
Ready to go all the way.
We're taking it again, back to back. Back to back, baby.
The Gamecocks are hunting their second straight national championship and will be back here at the Bon Secours Wellness Arena taking on Maryland on Monday. In Greenville, Brooklyn Cromer, Fox Carolina News.
All right, thanks, Brooklyn. And at Bon Secours Wellness Arena, that is also where we find sports director Beth Houle. She is breaking down the ins and outs of this exciting game.
Yeah, another big win for South Carolina as they continue this undefeated season through March Madness, defeating #4 seed UCLA 59-43. But they certainly made this look like a much bigger margin than 1 versus 4 as they exerted their dominance defensively, particularly in that rebounding category against the Bruins. And funny enough, this is a rematch of a game that happened back in November, and the Bruins are really one of the only teams this season that were able to challenge the Gamecocks when it came to that rebounding margin. I'm not the only one who noticed, though, because head coach Dawn Staley, she pointed it out as a focus of emphasis for the Gamecocks as they prepared for this Sweet 16 matchup, challenging her team to create some distance there between themselves and UCLA, saying maybe, widen that margin, 5, 10, maybe 20 or 30 rebounds to really create that distance. It ended up being 8 rebounds that were the difference, but where they really were able to build some space between themselves and UCLA was in the offensive rebounding category. The Gamecocks giving up 0 offensive rebounds for the Bruins in the first half. They didn't get their first offensive rebound until a little bit into the second half of this one, and that ended up being the difference. When you look at this game offensively, it was maybe a little bit sluggish for the Gamecocks, but when you really break it down, they continue to show what they have shown all season long, and that's their ability to play as a complete team and utilize that depth. Aaliyah Boston, Zaya Cook with some of their lowest point totals of the season, but they didn't need them offensively because they had Bree Beal, Bree Hall, Camila Cardosa, each putting up 10 points apiece with 10 different Gamecocks contributing today.
I'm super happy for them because they're always ready. and I know some of them wish that they could be starting, and we all deserve to do all of that. But for everyone to wait their turn and really buy into the system and still have a genuine relationship with each other, it's very special.
I think it also shows that none of us are afraid of competition. You know, there are a lot of talented post players. Any one of us, anyone on the bench could start on any top team, but you know, everybody decided to come play under Coach Staley, play under this program, and we use it to our advantage. It's not individual competition in between each other in our circle, but it's also, okay, well, when I come in, I know Camilla is going to dominate. I know Sanaya, I know Ash, I know V is going to dominate, and all I named was post players right there. That's a lot of competition within each other, but we're not looking at it like that. You know, we're coming in and we want to play, and so don't be afraid of competition, ladies. Gamecocks.
A sweet moment here between Aaliyah Boston and her parents, her boyfriend. Aaliyah telling me after the game that her mom had absolutely intended on getting those tickets for Dallas for the Final Four, but her dad said, no, we are not missing a single moment of our daughter's senior season and her last year with South Carolina, making the trip to the Sweet 16 here today to watch their daughter in her finest moment. Aaliyah Boston saying that her parents really are her why and that it meant so much to be able to look up and see her parents in the stands there to support her, saying they've sacrificed so much for her along the way in her basketball journey. Next up for South Carolina, it's the Elite Eight. They'll be taking on Maryland Monday night, a 7 p.m. tip-off in that one. It's the 7th trip as a program for the Gamecocks to the Elite Eight, their 3rd consecutive trip now, as Don Staley and South Carolina continues to exert their dominance over college women's basketball. Reporting in Greenville, Beth Houle, Fox Carolina Sports.
All right, thanks, Beth. And March Madness has been keeping restaurants busy as well. We talk with 2 near the arena. The Lost Cajun owner says that the crowd started during the SEC tournament earlier this month, but this weekend they were ready for an even bigger influx of people. And the Double Stamp Brewery's owner also said they expect a 25% boost in business. Now, this tournament is expected to generate millions of dollars in economic impact for the city as well. And now we're switching gears to our weather outside. We've got meteorologist Chrissy Kohler in with us this weekend. And Chrissy, it was a beautiful day.
It was.
I know we said this earlier, but you would even forget about the rain because we just had such a nice ending to the afternoon.
It turned out to be a beautiful day. I know all of our visitors that are in town for the tournament, it's been packed.
Yes.
I was there. I ran the Swamp Rabbit Trail yesterday, and the amount of out-of-state sweatshirts and swag that people are wearing. Fortunately, Friday was a beautiful day. Thursday was a beautiful day. This afternoon was beautiful after those storms came through. Unfortunately, we've got another round of storms, though, on our way for tomorrow. So keep that in mind as you look ahead to your Sunday, that we do now have a first alert weather day for tomorrow because of another round of severe thunderstorms. Now, I will tell you that in downtown Greenville, downtown Spartanburg, even downtown Anderson, there is a good chance that you don't see much, if anything, in the way of thunderstorms. The highest risk is actually going to be a little further to the south, where we have that highest risk of severe weather. This is a look at our tornado risk. Very isolated, very low end, but not zero. So we can't rule this out completely across Newberry, lower parts of Lawrence County into Greenwood, Abbeville, lower parts of Anderson County, as well as Elbert, Hart, and the very southern end of Franklin County there on the Georgia side. Now, there's a slightly better chance that we could see some isolated damaging winds. That would be the biggest threat out of this potential system here, and that threat extends a little further to the north. But again, it's on the south side of I-85, lower Oconee County, Anderson, lower parts of Greenville and Spartanburg counties, and most of Union County included in that as well. But there's also a risk that in those same areas, we could see some isolated large hail. So that's going to be something we're watching for as we head into those morning hours tomorrow. You can see it's fairly quiet out there right now. We do have a couple of isolated showers down into Greenwood and Abbeville counties. Those are the only showers showing up on the radar right now, but things will likely pick up once we get a little closer to about 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. So this is a look ahead to 5 a.m. Few isolated showers in the mountains, but here comes that potential threat by about 7, 8 o'clock, moving through the lower parts of the upstate. That's where we're likely going to see most of the action as we head throughout the day, and we'll talk more about that potential threat coming up in just a little bit. But make sure you have the First Alert Weather app downloaded onto your phone. Scan the QR code right there. If you have it on your phone already, you are getting those alerts about our First Alert Weather Day for tomorrow. I've been sending out videos throughout the afternoon. Make sure you get it downloaded so you too can get those videos right to your phone. Anna?
All right, thanks, Chrissy. Well, new at 10, deputies are searching for new information on a case. An upstate woman went missing over 2 years ago. Jordan Nebling went missing on October 20th, 2020. And today, the Greenville County deputies went knocking on doors between Whitehorse Road Extension and Pumpkin Town Highway in hopes of finding answers to Nebling's disappearance. Now, on the night she went missing, Nebling's stepmother told deputies that she was with her ex-boyfriend, Tyler Wilkins. Now, in an unrelated case, Wilkins was charged with murder last year. Deputies say they have not charged anyone in this case, but they do believe they have a person of interest. And Greenville police say that one person is recovering after they were shot outside of a parking lot in downtown Greenville. Now, this is a picture that we received from the scene last night. It's at the Spring Street garage, and officers patrolling East Washington Street say they heard multiple gunshots just before 2 a.m. The two streets do intersect, and when officers got there, they found several shell casings at the front entrance of the garage. They say the suspect fled the scene. They were later told that a gunshot victim was found at the hospital with minor injuries. However, that person is not cooperating with the investigation. We've got new details tonight. We now know the name of the 70-year-old man that was killed in a motorcycle crash last night. The Oconee County Sheriff's Office and the Coroner's Office identifying him as James Reed. Reed died after his bike overturned on North Highway 11 and Whitewater Falls Road. New tonight, it's been almost 2 years since the passing of a Boiling Springs High School student who was killed in a car accident on Drayton Road. Today, the community coming together in his honor. Now, this right here is 16-year-old Colson Elliott. He would have graduated this year, and we first brought you his story last year when this accident happened. Elliott hit an SUV from behind and then went down an embankment to a creek. This afternoon, the Elliott family hosted a 5K run to benefit the Colson Elliott Heart of a Bulldog Scholarship Fund. Now, something his mother Allison started in his honor. It's awarded to two athletes at Boiling Springs High School who exemplify excellence, athleticism, and the spirit of a bulldog, just like Elliott.
This community has been amazing to us. We lost our son almost 2 years ago, and just the fact that the community rallied and supported us in this school has been so gracious. This kicks off the charity week for the high school. They have a lot of charity programs they do starting next week, and they just allowed us the honor of having this race to be in honor of his name, and it just helps raise support, and we couldn't do this without the community.
And that's his father, Kevin Elliott, right there. Each scholarship is worth $2,000. Well, coming up, we're going to rural Mississippi, where a tornado claimed the lives of more than 20 people. Plus, bicycling etiquette is more than just manners, what you need to know in order to stay safe while out on the roads.
And we've got a first alert weather date for tomorrow. I'll take you through the timing and show you exactly where we could see some of those severe thunderstorms tomorrow.
Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today and start packing.
Our First Alert weather team, they care and want to make sure that our community is safe.
Overnight, when a lot of us are sleeping, we're going to see the rain move on in.
We're watching this, a particularly strong thunderstorm.
With freezing rain into the lower elevation.
Here's where the bigger rain comes on in.
It means so much to us that you put your trust in our First Alert weather team.
Stella uses T-Mobile for her internet and mobile service. Abby has Spectrum One. What's the difference? With T-Mobile, Stella pays a lot more.
I do?
Her T-Mobile home internet costs $50 a month, and her mobile line costs $45 a month.
Plus monthly fees. Ouch.
Plus, Stella's T-Mobile home internet slows down at peak times. Abby gets fast and reliable internet that's there when she needs it most.
It's really fast.
Advanced Wi-Fi for enhanced privacy and security, and an unlimited mobile line with nationwide 5G, all for $49.99 a month. Go to spectrum.com/save more to see how much you can save, or call us and we'll do it for you. With Spectrum One, Abby is saving over $50 a month.
That's over $600 in savings. I'm switching to Spectrum.
Get Spectrum Internet for only $49.99 a month, plus free advanced Wi-Fi and a free unlimited mobile line. Visit spectrum.com/save more or call 833-718-4999 today.
You've always known that Benson Ram has the best deals, and you'll always remember Benson's pre-COVID deals, which were always the best. Well, folks, they're back. So pay attention, because you might not believe what you're about to hear. Get up to $10,000 off or 0% financing for 72 months on a new Ram 1500 Bighorn. Bam! These shouldn't even be called deals, because our prices are so low, they should be called steals. So come by and steal a deal from Benson Ram, the Upstate's #1 dealer, or shop online at bensoncdj.com during Ram Truck Month.
Everyone could use a little help with their bills, especially these days. At Duke Energy, we're offering easy ways to help keep your energy bills more manageable. With programs that allow you to pay the same amount each month or pay in installments over several months. Plus, special financial assistance from the Share the Light Fund for those facing hardships. We're Duke Energy, and we're here to help you.
When you turn on that streaming TV, remember, you're connected to the Carolinas with the Fox Carolina app for Roku, Fire, and Apple TV. Local news whenever you want.